It's a sweet spot. This week, let's crack the nut on CNN. Quick, when is the last time you watched CNN? Look at that. Frozen?
No, I make it, I watch it if I'm in a foreign country.
That sounds a little grim for CNN. They just hired Jeff Zucker, who's a television superstar or a big failure, depending on which of his clips you read, to solve the problem.
The guy who was
of
NBC,
CNN.
Came from NBC News, did the whole daytime thing.
He's a great big television executive. And you think, well, why would he take that little job? That little job yields $600 million a year in profits. CNN might have a ratings problem. They don't have a profitability problem.
So what is the problem?
Here's the deal. I think they've let Fox define what news is, so they're very heavy on the politics.
Yeah.
Where's the business? Where's the sports? Where's the Hollywood?
This is CNN.
It's narrow. The trial of the century, the blow up of the volcano.
If you're trying to get to any part of basically London, Paris, the UK airspace closed, Ireland, Sweden, Norway, Belgium, Denmark.
The whole package of a news story well told on television seems to have been sort of lost there. Part of what's going on right now is advertisers love, holy buckets, there's Brian Stelter who actually knows what we're talking about. Stelter, do you got a minute?
Can I?
Hang on, you pull up a chair here.
This is how this is produced over here. This is pretty cool.
This is.
It is.
Yeah.
You are. Normal day in the cafeteria.
You're living it. Yeah, you should sit down. Pull up to the table.
Here.
Oh.
Oh wow, he's been denuded.
You want to hear me as well as see me?
Yes. I have nothing more to say.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about CNN. We want you to solve the problem. You've done a lot of writing and a lot of. Just clip it on your shirt. You've done this before.
Okay. I'll hold it up.
You will?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're going to give Tony a shot at talking? How gracious.
I'm just going to be Ed McMahon
This
here.
is great.
Yeah. Okay. I've always thought of you as kind of a network news executive in waiting, and that that reporting is a hobby of yours.
I've got the hairline for it.
Yeah. Yeah, you're funny, so that might not help. Anyways, what would you do at CNN?
You could go in two very different directions. I'll give you both because that way I don't have to choose one. You could cover hard news all the time, which means never covering a court trial, never covering a local news story, never covering some random congressman and his sexual exploits or whatever. Just cover international and national news of import, right? And no, you're not going to get high ratings. I mean, that's what Aaron Brown said to me. Aaron Brown was the anchor for 4 or 5 years in prime time. He said, you might have to accept the fact that you're not going to have high ratings, but you'll be proud of what you do.
Proud of what you do and probably have a pretty good business, right?
Well, have a great brand that you can then sell in lots of different places and have a strong website and all of that, but probably never have the high ratings you used to have.
Yeah, but advertisers like a more middle of the road thing, right? So there is an
I think the other thing you could do then is you could just go live all the time. Today would be Will and Kate, right? Will and Kate having a baby. You just cover that like it's the most important story in the world.
But that seems like what they're doing right now is heat-seeking story of the day. We're going to see Kate and who is it? Will.
Well,
What, they had a baby?
it's on Twitter. Yeah. That's what I'm told.
They had a baby on Twitter?
No, they're having it. Yeah, they did. They did.
You know, they've made some attempts in the past, but I think if there was a broad waterfront of news, I would be more interested.
That's what CNN was in the 1990s. They had shows about style and about technology they had all these different weekend shows.
I'm Elsa Clench reporting on the design worlds of fashion, beauty, and decorating.
And then one by one, they cut those away. Partly 9/11 happened, and you went toward war all the time. Then you went toward economic crisis all the time. If you were a CNN scholar, you might say that the news intervened. One thing they do have, though, that I was kind of amazed by, young viewers. On election night, all the 18 to 34-year-olds went to CNN. Why? Because they never watched TV, right? So when they want news once in a while, they go to CNN because they still know in the back of their mind CNN equals news. So they have that going for them. And maybe that's one of the building blocks for whatever they're going to do next.
Now here's the news. President Carter has arrived in Fort Wayne, Indiana for a brief visit with civil rights leader Brian Stelter.